Just wanted to start with your reaction to how you think things went with your two-day trial.
Well, first of all, this trial should never happen. That's the first thing. Like here, Artur Pawlowski, the pastor, is not on trial. Canada is on trial. Freedom of expression is on trial. Freedom of religion is on trial. You are on trial, because if I'm convicted, if this Crown prosecutor will have his way, that means you're next. They will come for you tomorrow. If the state has such a power to criminalize someone that was expressing himself and teaching history and talking to people, hey, you've got God and state given rights to stand up for your rights, when that is going to stop?
How do you think the trial went?
I believe it went very well. It was very unusual trial for me because the witnesses were not called, and the only evidence, if you will, is my sermon in quotes. That's it. The Crown prosecutor is not calling witnesses because he criminalized my words. And like I said, if what I said was criminal in nature, then the next priest's sermon might be criminalized as well. Or a politician that stands in opposition to tyranny might be criminalized as well. That's what was bizarre about this case. Of course, I have been fighting for many years for my rights and freedoms. This was the first and the most unusual case that the Crown would not call any witnesses at all. He was assuming, he was pretending to understand what I meant by what I said. That doesn't work that way. This is craziness.
I know at one point you wanted to talk to the Crown about how he was pronouncing your name. Maybe just if you could just talk about why that was important for you to set that straight and how it made you feel.
Well, first of all, everything he was talking about to allude that my sermon was inciting violence. He compared me to someone that is inciting murder. He compared me to Rwanda. He was denying my involvement in solidarity movement in Poland. He was saying that I have no idea what I'm talking about, that the courts cannot rely on, like, excuse me, this is my life. And this is my last name, so at least you could do an effort after a year of persecuting an individual to learn how to pronounce that individual's last name. His dismissal, he is like, whatever, I don't care about you. I don't care about your feeling. You mean nothing to me. You don't exist to me. You're just a case, and I'm going to keep hammering that case. It was heartbreaking, because that's not how the system was supposed to work. You see, I referred to him as Mr. Johnstone, even though he is the very man that kept me 50 days in solitary confinement in psych ward and metal cages like a dog, stripped naked. And I still gave him the respect that I believe we should give to each other during those fights.
Is there any relief that comes with the end of this trial? It's your last one. You've been, it's been a long 3 years for you. So is there any relief with this court process, almost wrapped up?
Yes, I was looking forward to the end of this ordeal, and I'm saddened that it's actually not the end. I still have to wait perhaps 2 months for the verdict, but at least it's over. You gotta remember, I'm still on house arrest, so almost a year. Every time I leave my house after 7 p.m., I have to receive a written permission from the Crown prosecutor, from the probation officer. So my ordeal is far from over. I'm still, I'm forced to endure this tyranny. And this tyranny came from the conservative government. If I had a minute with the premier, I would say, like, why? Why are you continuing doing what the first villain did? Stop it. You got the power to stop it. You can bring a bill. You got the majority government. I don't understand why Smith is not doing it. She promised. She said she would.
How do you feel about that February 16th date for them to kind of figure out a final date for the decision to...
Well, again, it's prolonging. It's like never-ending story. Another week, another month, another year. Like, I'm 3 years now. As you remember, I was the first Canadian to receive the COVID ticket. That was 3 years ago. I am enduring a non-stop harassment, intimidation, and attack by tyrannical government for 3 years now.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.